What's going on YouTube? Allow me to introduce myself. I am enrichtv. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. You won't be sorry. Now, if you are a connoisseur of marijuana like myself, then you'll know that there are a lot of podcasts out there that talk about weed in different ways. But one of the things that I wanted to highlight was how marijuana affects people that are extremely interesting. And when I say interesting, I'm talking about far more intelligent than me. People that are studying things in fields that I would have never thought to do, like STEM, science, technology, education, math. Their interests have things to do with history, traveling in order to see that history, and just a multitude of really interesting things. And I feel like I've met some of the coolest people while smoking. I've met some of the most interesting people over a blunt, over a joint, over a bong, over a vape. So, without further ado, I'm giving you the Lifted Opinion, podcast episode 1. Enjoy. Yo, welcome everybody back to the channel. This is the official first episode of the Lifted Opinion, my podcast that I've been kind of like thinking about doing for a really long time. It's been on my mind for ever since I got into streaming. Some of my favorite content to watch in general are podcasts. The reason why it's called the Lifted Opinion is because part of the reason I'm doing this is just there's like these odd stigmas, that are pointed towards marijuana. And I think that that's kind of silly. One of the things that I really want to do is kind of just highlight how marijuana kind of affects different people. There are a lot of people out there that are way smarter than me that partake in bud. You know what I mean? Like, they smoke, that's what they do, and that's what they're comfortable with. And I mean, these people are out there making moves, making really good money. They're entrepreneurs. They're extremely well versed in how to deal with commerce and finance. I mean, I've met some very brilliant people while smoking a blunt, while smoking a joint, sitting at a party. Some of the most interesting people I've met have been potheads. And I think that it's really strange that there's still a stigma out there that if you're a stoner, you're lazy. If you smoke weed, you're probably some sort of a degenerate, or you're addicted to it and, it ruins and takes away your ambition, all these things. And I just don't think that that's true. So that's the point of the podcast, really. But I'm also there. It's the Lifted Opinion. So my opinion's broad. It spans to pop culture, comic books, anime. So but my opinion is going to be really broad across a lot of different topics. So I'm open to a lot. I just want to keep it, rated R, not rated X. You know what I mean? Right? So I was thinking about kind of going over my whole experience with bud, because I don't think I ever told anybody in here how I started smoking, why I keep smoking today, why I think it's kind of important in my life. I think a lot of people go through phases with whatever they choose to do to relax. Maybe it's not something that they're comfortable with doing because they know it hinders them in another place, right? For me, like most people, I was in high school. I had moved out to live with my mom during my freshman year, and it's funny, the first time I smoked, I actually didn't get high because I didn't smoke properly. I tried to roll my own joint like an idiot for the very first time. And this is before I had a computer at home, so I didn't know I could go on YouTube. I mean, this is a long time ago. I mean, we're talking about 19 years ago. It's quite a while ago. I don't even know if YouTube was a thing during that period. I honestly have no idea. That's how bad it was. The first actual time I got high was my sophomore year in high school. I moved back with my father, and I'm in my brother's car. He had taken me to register for school, all this good stuff, and he was telling me that he was gonna go hang out with our buddy Solar. He's the dude he played football with. I've met Solar a bunch of times. Persian guy, really nice, from Canada. He's from Vancouver. So a lot of people I meet from Canada are just extremely nice people. So, and he was no different, basically. He was just a really cool guy. He drove a big F-150, a Ford. So anyways, I'm in my brother's car and he says, look, I gotta ask you something. Like, what's up? You ever smoked before? And I tried to play stupid, right? I go, oh, you mean cigarettes? It's like, no, man. Bud. Weed. Mary Jane. I'm like, oh. I mean, you know, I've dabbled with it, you know, it's like a couple times, you know. I'm lying my ass off. I didn't get high, and I only tried it that one time. So he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go hang out with Solar tonight if you want to come. Like, all right, I'm down. Okay, what's up? So I get in the car with Solar, and he's got almost like this proud grin on his face, like, what's up, cousin? I'm like, hey, what's up, Sal? It's like, so I heard you're trying to get with the big boys tonight. I'm like, oh man, you know, I've done this once or twice. He's like, nah, you ain't done it with this goose, my friend. Let's go. So he sits there for a minute, rolls the blunt. And this is where I got introduced to Jedi Mind Tricks, which is a underground hip hop group. So he's got Jedi Mind Tricks playing in the background. It's just really like thick, raw, heavy hip hop, you know? And I got with that, you know, at the time I was like rapping in school and like I was in rap battles constantly. So I'm just like vibing, and he sparks up, and that smell, that aroma, it to this day, I think about it, like that smell of pure goosh. And he was like, I want to make sure I hand this to you right away, cousin. He just wanted to spark it for me. Sends it back to me. I take a pull. And he goes, whoo, my boy's got iron lungs. He hit that real deep. And I go, I have this coughing fit. And yes, it puts you in a trance to this day. And I swear, I felt like the back seat moved backwards. Like I hit it, and he was like, yo, pass it, bro, if you're good. And when I passed it to him, I felt like I was reaching across the rafters. I'm like, here you go. And I like sat in the back. And again, remember, I got thick, heavy bass hip hop playing in the background this whole time. So like, I almost felt like my heart was going with the bass. Like, and I'm sitting there like, fuck, this is deep. Holy shit. We finish smoking. We go back to Solar's like condo. He has like a condo. We go there. The homie Sam is there. Sam's there and he's rolling another blunt. Okay. He's kicking it with a couple of people. I sit down and I'm just like, man. So then Sam goes, you know what, dude, I want to eat before we smoke. And I don't know why, but as soon as he said, you like eat, like I felt my stomach cave in. Like the moment he said the word eat, it was like, whoa, yeah, dude, I'm actually hungry too. And he was like, oh, bro, you want to come with me? I'm going to go to Jack in the Box. So I was like, yes. This is my quintessential stoner moment. We get to the drive-thru where you see the menu and Sam goes, I don't know if you guys go to Jack in the Box ever, but there's usually like a menu before you get to the drive-thru window. So Sam, I know now, looking back, but in the moment he says, hey, look at the menu and see what you want to get. For some reason, I'm looking at the back of his chair and it feels like he's like hundreds of feet away. Like I'm sitting in the back seat and it feels like a limo. And he's got a Benz, but it's not a limo. And I just feel like I'm so far from him, like I can't hear him. So I'm just stuck like this right here, like. So then he pulls up because he thought I looked at the menu essentially. So he pulls up and he says it a few times and I don't even register. He's like, Real, what do you want? Real, what do you want to eat? Yo, Real, what do you want? And I shit you not, Chad. I'm like, and when it finally registered that he's talking to me, I'm like, oh my God, yeah. And he's like, bro, I've been fucking asking you for like 30 seconds. What do you want to eat? Like, shit, the chicken sandwich combo, with curly fries, large with a Dr. Pepper. He's like, fuck, thank you. But when I got high for my first time, the food that I ate and absorbed in that moment, I'll never forget that meal. And it was just Jack in the Box, dude. Holy shit. It could have been anything else, but it was Jack in the Box and it was otherworldly. So the basic way that I'm going to be doing the podcast going forward, I'm going to ask people to come on. You know how to get in my Discord. The link is in the bio. So do not hesitate to shoot me a DM. Okay. Just give me 3 dates when you're going to be available. And it's going to be this same kind of format. I'm going to start at once a week, Mercy. But like, dude, if we get like dozens of people at one point that want to be on the show, I am so down to do this more than once a week. But for right now, I'm only doing once a week. You know? And if we're able to lift the opinion of marijuana even a little bit with our podcast, then bro. Yo, what's up, boys?
What's good, baby? Sorry I'm late. Again, wrapping up those loose ends at work of like, yo, I need you to do this and this and this while I'm gone. It took way longer than I thought. So
Nah, don't even worry about it, man.
I can love you, my man, and I am excited. I'll still give you an hour of my time. I'm here forever, baby.
No, I feel you, dude. Like, I mean, if you had to break out or anything, dude, like it's no worries. I appreciate you just coming on.
I love you, my man. Yeah, I'm excited for this. No joke. I was actually like talking it up too. I'm like, yo, co-workers and shit. Like, yo, I'm featured on a podcast. I'm pumped. I'm stoked, bro. I'm stoked.
Yo, I am too. Yo, what's going on?
What's good, Mez? How you doing, baby?
Chilling, bro.
Love it. Love it.
All right. Okay, so how I want to do this is I'm going to kind of like ask you guys a couple of questions. You know what I'm saying? Kind of get a sense of like how your weed journey has been, like where it started, where it's going, all these kinds of things. You know what I mean? So let's first introduce everybody. You know, King, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so like as many of you may know on Rich's stream, Rich is a beauty. Rich, I fucking love this man. But anyways, yeah, it's been a pleasure to Rich started me off on my streaming career, you know what I mean? Like he rated me early when I was like just a guppy looking to get affiliated.
Oh my God, shut
up. Gave me the best stream of my fucking life after a raid, and I was like, yo, I gotta keep doing this. So anyways, yeah, I'm a boring old accountant. I used to play semi-professional soccer. I like to travel a lot. So I've been through lots of traveling through soccer and otherwise, and yeah, again, just like my weed and like to have a good time and make sure I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it. So, Mercy, really quickly.
Yeah.
If you don't
mind. Twitch, I'm on I'll Show Mercy. A lot of people on Discord know me as Mez. That's my nickname in real life. But yeah, from Chicago, lived most of my life in Chicago. I was born in India though, and moved here when I was 2 though. Really early, don't really remember much. Go here back and forth occasionally, but yeah, I'm studying at UW Madison right now. I got my undergrad here in biochemistry, and I'm getting my master's here right now too. I just started like 2-3 weeks ago, so
bruh, yeah. That's fucking incredible.
Way too smart.
Yeah. All right, so I gotta ask you guys, because I know this is one of those like silly questions, but I'm always curious because the first time I was even remotely interested in trying bud myself, I was like 14. So when did you guys, have that sense for like, I'm kind of interested in this? This is something that like fuck it, I want to try it? Like, at what point did you feel that?
King, whenever
Yeah,
you ask
so-
a question, you go first, all right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's switch it to King. King, you want to go ahead and answer first?
Absolutely. Sounds good, my man. Mez, glad you keep it on top like that. So yeah, my first time smoking weed, it was my 18th birthday. We were with family and friends. It was just like a local, like, no joke, a dive bar in the hood of like that I live in my state. Like, it was like next level, like karaoke bar, dive bar, so bad. And so my father was like, hey, do you want to go smoke weed? And I'm like, at this point, I was like, yo, I've never smoked. Like,
Your
I'm
pops came at you? What?
good. My fucking pops came at me, bro.
Oh my
like, and was
God.
like, yo, you want to go smoke weed? And I'm like, yo, I haven't at this point. Like, I'm good. I don't need to. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna. He walks out the door. I fucking come around the corner right after, and I fucking go to smoke out of this J2. And like, I will never forget this because my cousins, like, it's just me and my cousins and my dad. And I'm trying. They've got a roach clip, and the roach clip is in the shape of a dice. So, like, it's just clipped, like, pinching the end and shit. I'm trying to smoke the dice, like it has a fucking bong or something like that, like a pipe to it. Oh my god, I'm sucking so hard on this dice, bro, getting no smoke, and they're laughing their asses off at me, and yeah. But that was my first time smoking. It was, my father was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do it. So I'm like, fuck, he's a well-accomplished man. I'm gonna go do this shit too.
Wow, that's fucking incredible. So I gotta ask, the first time you smoked, did you actually get stoned?
Totally.
You totally got stoned. That's fucking cool, man. I didn't the first time I did.
That's so fair. And like, that's such a common story. And so here's exactly how I got stoned, was because my cousins were like, yo, inhale it and don't breathe out your mouth. Exhale it through your nose. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, I'll exhale it through my nose. And like, I did that and I was like, oh my God. Because the first hit, Rich, I'm with you, bro. I did not get high off that first hit. It was like sitting in my mouth, you know, I'm like hoping for the best, like thinking it would be something. And you're like, nah. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah,
It's
real
like,
talk.
That's funny.
exhale that through your nose. And,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
I was
Smart people. All right,
Exactly.
Mercy,
Thank you.
same. Thank you for sharing, King. Mercy, what about you?
Dude, I really wasn't. So, kind of this backstory, like, I lived in this neighborhood where my entire street was literally full of, like, kids that were either, like, 2 grades below me to, like, 2 grades above me. And I'd say in that, like, 5-year, like, age span,
Yeah.
there were probably, like, 20 kids on my block. And we'd always, like, play around or whatever. And when I got to 8th grade, like, the kids that were like 2-3 years older, they were in high school, right? So they had started smoking or whatever. And so the first time was this, like, that was like the first time I kind of like found out about it and was
It
like,
sounded like
I
you were
wanna
interested
try
in it. Yeah,
but, like,
exactly. Yeah.
Try it, right? So, like, I kept my urge off until my sophomore year of high school, right? And then my sophomore year of high school, fucking, some of the boys from my block, once I get to high school, like, we all kind of like separate. We stop like hanging out together on the block. 'Cause
Okay.
we're all older, you know, like,
Yeah.
we all got our friends groups in like high school and like shit and like that. But like, I see them one day and they're like, yo, do you want to smoke with us? And I'm like, I never smoked before, but I tried to act cool and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go smoke with you guys.
Yeah.
So I go smoke with them, but I smoked like a joint. But dude, this joint was like, they made it out of like cigarette paper and it burned in like fucking literally 30 seconds, like the whole thing. So I only got like a hit or two out of it. And I didn't really get high. But I told all my friends that I got high.
Oh, I feel you.
So now I'm like, I'm in my own friend group in high school. Now I'm like bragging. I'm like, bro, I was so bit. I had a fucking blast. Y'all gotta try it.
Yeah.
So now they're all like, all right, let's go get some. Let's try some. So in high school, I drive a 2003 Honda Odyssey.
Okay.
I call it the trap van, bro. We take out the middle seats and leave the back seats up, so it's like driver, passenger, 3 people in the back, and like we could have like 5 or 6 people sit in the middle, right?
Okay.
So we got like 10 dudes. We stuff them all in the van. We go buy some, but we're like 17, right? We don't have enough. We can't go buy a fucking pipe or anything. So my friend's like, dude, why don't we just use an apple?
Yes.
So we go to Walmart. We fucking buy an apple,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
So that was my first time. It was out of an apple. I was with my boys in my car, my trap van, and we just go to the secluded spot, open up all the doors, open up the trunk, and we just chilled in the car, smoked an eighth that night. I just got blasted off my ass. I didn't tell him that that was my first time, but oh my god, bro. Driving home that night was scary though.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you. That's fucked up, but we can talk about that some other time. We can talk about that some other time.
Oh, yeah, that was my first time. All right. Well, thank you.
First time driving high when you're tripping out, you're like, yo, everyone's looking at me. Like, oh shit, cops must be around the corner. Oh, fuck.
All right.
Bro.
So, King, this question is for both of you guys, obviously. We're going to ask King first. So, King, with everything that you've experienced and you've encountered, right? Do you think that marijuana should be universally legal? Like, you know how right now it's kind of considered to be federally illegal for the United States. I don't know how it is in Canada. I know you're not in this country. Is it federally legal there, or is it?
It is. It's federally legal here. So across the nation, you can get weed for at any local weed dispensary. It's just purely its own store. The same way that we have liquor stores here. And I know you guys can get liquor at a gas station or a grocery whatever. Yeah. But we have specific stores, and they're dispensaries. So right now, but that's nationwide. So yeah, exactly. Wow. It is legal here right now, and again, I don't see a downside to it, especially being from a financial standpoint, from a federal level. You're just able to tax it more, whether it be sales tax, state tax, or otherwise. You know what I mean? It's, hey, this is a revenue source for anything federal or state level for you guys. And again, I don't know the intricacies of the tax system there.
Right, of course.
Again, in the end, it's got to be a source of revenue if you're just taxing it even slightly the same as alcohol or anything like that, right? Like even sales.
I know that the states here that do tax it, they do pretty well in terms of revenue from it. So I completely agree with you.
You're just taxing a black market, right? Like a market that was previously inexistent on a public scale. And here it is. This was a real market, and now we've been able to make it public. So it's reaped great rewards in Canada for that reason too. And like you said, in the states that have legalized it there too. So totally in agreement. I believe it should be legal. Just even if you disagree with it from a smoking standpoint, from a gateway drug standpoint, whatever it may be, from a tax standpoint and a revenue standpoint, it makes sense.
I mean, and that's a perfect segue. I mean, do you think that it truly is the gateway drug? I mean, that's one of those things that's really difficult for me to answer, right?
And I'm totally with you. I do not. There's no chance for me that it is not any more of a gateway than fucking vaping. Well, I literally had to look for the word, but yeah, vaping and
alcohol.
Alcohol, exactly. Right. All that's is putting your brain in a state of disarray. Even coffee, if you want to take it to that extreme, it's
true, very true.
And pharmaceuticals, it's this is putting your mind in a mindset that is very, very altered in a state. And again, it's for one to be illegal, one not. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it is. Yeah, just how do you treat it? How do you make sure it is regulated? Because again, you can't overdo weed the same way you can't overdo anything. You know what I mean? So, no. Do I believe it's a gateway? Absolutely not. If you want to do drugs, you're going to do drugs, whether it's
exactly. These are big facts.
Exactly, and most likely the gateway is cigarettes and alcohol more than weed, anyway.
Very true. Very true. Thank you for answering. What about you, Mez?
Yeah, I definitely agree that it should be legal. For me, there's only 2 reasons a drug should be illegal.
Okay.
In any circumstance, regardless of whether it's a pharmaceutical or a recreational type drug, when we're talking alcohol, marijuana, that sort of stuff, is if one, it does harm to yourself, such as a drug like, we'll say, heroin, shit like that, like very hard drugs. And then drugs that could do harm to others. You take some PCP, some bath salts, shit like that. You go fucking crazy. You go attack someone. Yeah. Those are the only two reasons that drugs should be are illegal. Alcohol, in my opinion, has more illegal shit to it than fucking marijuana does. In every sense of the word. It causes more car crashes. It causes more fucking people to die from health problems. You get people domestic abuse. It ruins people financially, ruins like relationships, all that sort of shit. And I'm not going to say marijuana can't do that, but facts are that alcohol does do that stuff. We can argue all day about whether marijuana does or not, but the fact is alcohol is illegal, and I definitely think if you're gonna have alcohol legal, you definitely should have marijuana legal.
Absolutely. Do you think marijuana is more of the gateway than alcohol, though? I mean, you know, when you look at how you had to go through the means of getting it, right? Like alcohol, like you said, alcohol is legal. Typically in certain states where it's illegal to get marijuana, you have to go through a dealer and some back alley shady kind of shit. So, I mean, it inherently feels wrong when you initiate that process, right? So it's like, you go down that road, that's how you get a lot of the other drugs. Like you were just talking about, the stuff that's more grisly is going to be more back alley, like PCP, heroin, meth. So it's like, well, I got weed the same way. This can't be that bad.
Well, dude, I'm like actually going to contradict myself here.
Okay.
In a way, but like, I don't think it's a gateway drug, but you know, it's really funny.
What?
I've talked to a lot of people that have only drank alcohol and have never done anything else in their life. Like, can you guys agree with me on that one?
Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
I've met people like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
I've met more people that have smoked marijuana and have gone on to try something else than I have people that only drink alcohol. Do you see what you see the point I'm trying to make?
Yeah, I got you.
It's a weird contradiction, but I definitely think that that's true. But you know why I think that is? I think the only reason that is because of the almost like the taboo, like illegal factor to it.
Yeah,
it's like,
that could be it too. Yeah.
You know, if I can go fucking go cop a fucking half-o off the block, why can't I fucking go grab some Molly for this festival? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you.
If you're growing up a straight edge kid, you're like, okay, I want to go to this festival. I'm gonna go to the liquor store, go get drunk, perfectly legal. I'm just doing. Nobody's gonna bother me. I'm gonna go get drunk, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a mindset thing, but it's a weird contradiction. But I definitely don't think it's a gateway drug. I've never once. I could talk to every single friend of mine that's taken weed. I've never once taken weed and then been like, wow, I really want to try meth now. You know? Like that just doesn't happen.
100%. And then I totally agree, and I think that it becomes kind of a different story. It's what is stigmatized, like you were saying, Mez. Like, hey, this is stigmatized as illegal. Therefore, if I'm already incorporated into illegal activities, am I down to do more illegal stuff? Yeah, like you're just naturally more down and prone to break the rules. Does that mean that the effectiveness of such is you aren't drinking and you aren't smoking cigarettes, which are legal activities? I'm sure the correlation is high there too. So I totally agree with that stigmatization concept.
Yeah. It kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. Like, when you're in a position where something is viewed upon a certain way in and this could just be a state thing, right? State to state, it could be completely different. like especially now, right? Where I'm such a boomer. I'm thinking about like how it was in like the early 2000s when marijuana was kind of illegal in California when I was living there, and you know, I had a dealer that I had to go to, and it just made me feel like, oh, this is definitely wrong. Like I got to meet this guy outside of his apartment. It's like, you know, it just doesn't feel right. So I understand that, and it gave me the feeling like I was always doing something wrong, even though it was something I wanted to do, right? At no moment was I like, oh man, I really don't know if I want to do this. It was more like, I really don't know if I'm gonna get caught or not. Like, you just, you know, real honest. So
it's a perception thing at that point, yeah, and that's where it's actually really interesting to kind of hear you guys talk about it on a state-to-state level, because it was rolled out federally here that it is legal. It's like, hey, across any like province, it is legal here. You know,
that's
what
amazing.
I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about that going across like a federal level. Whereas your guys' and then your legislature in general is quite a bit more state specific versus federal specific. So it rolls in tide with how you have your government set up. But it's interesting to hear again, just like how it's applied on a weed regulation side.
All right. Well, let's get away from things that are so serious for a moment, and let's think about your quintessential stoner moment. And when I say that, I'm saying I don't mean something that it doesn't need to be something that fully embarrasses you. I'm not trying to suggest that. But what I am trying to suggest, what was a time where you smoked some good and it had you stuck? Okay, because that to me, that's the quintessential. Like, if your boy has to holler at you 2-3 times for you to respond because you're stuck, because I've been there. Okay, I've been there, and it was hilarious. So we'll start with you, King.
I appreciate it. Like I'm itching to get this because like you said that question and it like you didn't even need to explain yourself. I'm like, oh, Rich, I know exactly what the fuck you mean. It's the worst and best part about that question. We'll leave it at that. But anyway, so like for me, it was my very, very first 420. And these motherfuckers that I'm smoking with, it's the first time I'm ever smoking out of a bong. And again, anyone that's been on my stream knows I smoke out of the bong. But and I'm like, yo, what do I do? And I'm like, do I blow? And they're like, yeah, just blow. I swear to God, because they're high, they thought they were sarcastic or some sort of shit. So the very first time I smoke out of a bong, I am blowing as hard as I fucking can to the point I shot the fucking bowl out. Bad water got all over my buddy, because this is like a 3-foot bong too. Like, this is my first 420, right? We're celebrating, bro. We're celebrating. And fucking, they tell me to blow. And yeah, I shoot the bong water out. I get water all over the weed, obviously, because of it and that shit. And I was like, what the fuck? You told me to blow. And they're like, you idiot, how would you get high? And I'm like, you told me the opposite, you motherfuckers. But by the end of that first 420, my God, bro, we had like a bong and 2 J's in rotation. I literally was playing pool and I was like, I can't feel my body. I can't feel this key stick. I'm just here. And I went to bed at like 4 p.m.
I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
That's funny as hell.
Like the moment that I'm like, yo. I had another time with the giggles, but man, that was my quintessential like, oh my God, weed hit me different. Like,
okay.
That's funny.
Right. We got you next.
It is wild. It is wild.
Mine, fuck. I kind of have like 2, but I'll tell the better one. I tell both if you want, but the better one is, this is my freshman year.
Let's just go with the better one. Let's just go with the better one.
So freshman year, me and my buddy, we're in the dorms. This is December. I want to say this is like 2 weeks before finals season.
Oh shit.
Okay,
so you're studying, right? You're in the study mode, right? I mean,
I'm not going to say
2
we're
weeks
in
before
study
finals.
mode yet. We're not in like
2
quite
weeks
in
before
study mode
finals,
yet.
you weren't in study mode.
I'm saying this more to say it was December in the middle of Madison, Wisconsin. It was like
Oh, it's cold.
10 degrees out.
Oh hell
fucking
no! Oh no!
2 feet of snow on the ground, right? So we can't smoke inside the dorms. I mean, I did once in a while, but we were planning on smoking a whole blunt, right? So me and my buddy, there's this iconic place in Madison called Bascom Hill. If anyone has been to Madison or knows about Madison, they know about Bascom Hill.
Okay.
You can look it up and see a picture and show chat too. It's the main hill on campus where the there's like you can see State Street, which is the main street, which looks all the way to the Capitol, towards the Capitol, and like I don't know, beautiful location. So we go up there and we know about this one spot by like some trees where there's like a bench and we can sit down and smoke. This is like 9 o'clock at night and it's December, so it's like
10 degrees.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
Bro, we're used to it, bro. At this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all bundled up. So we smoke. So we start walking back to the dorms. We're walking down Bascom Hill. At the bottom of Bascom Hill, we see a TV reporter with a fucking crew out.
What?
Yeah. Maybe this was before 9, because it was on the 9 o'clock news, but so I want to say this was around 7.
Okay.
So we start walking past her and she like calls us over and she's like, hey guys, like we can't find any students like that are outside, like would you guys be willing to do like a little interview about your school? And we were like, oh yeah, sure. She didn't tell us what it was about, she just told us it was about the school. So she's like, all right, start rolling. Cameras start rolling. We're
oh my
TV,
god. Oh no.
right? She starts fucking asking us about, do you guys know who Ben Shapiro is?
Oh yeah.
He was coming to our campus, and at the time it was like a big fucking deal, like, and there like a lot of people on campus didn't want him like coming because he was doing a lot of speech. At that time he was like anti-gay marriage, anti-marijuana.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people didn't want him on campus, and so she starts asking us, like, what do you think about, like, alt-right groups, like, on campus? Like, do you think they have a spot here? Like, should they be here? Like, what do you think?
What?
And, like, I'm like, bro, we're baked. Me and my buddy are baked out of our asses. We're on fucking live TV. I just stutter, like, a million times. I'm basically just like, I have a video of it, too. I'm basically just like, bro, dude, everyone's just gonna say what they want to say. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're here. Like, it's okay. Like, I just like start stuttering and mumbling. Like, exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just stuttering and mumbling. Like, fucking, bro, it was so bad. But we were on the news.
Is U23 and all this shit.
Yeah.
Holy
shit! So wait a minute. When you say, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I just gotta ask. When you say semi-pro, you mean like you were a part of a club?
Yes, so I got paid for, like,
I was about to say you got paid.
Yeah. So like, I got paid for to travel. Like, they paid for me to go to like Portland and Seattle and like stuff to just play games on the weekend and then come back and stuff like that. So like, I never got paid per se a salary.
Oh, okay.
We got paid for, and by that it lets me have an academic status that I can still play academically for like universities.
Dude,
as an athlete.
So what did you play? Were you like a goalie or?
No, so low key everywhere,
Yeah, he's
but I
definitely
played
a goalie.
like mid winger, and then ended up playing fullback, so like left back, right back.
Okay.
I'm good with sort of thing, but yeah, so that was kind of like my career. Was I got paid for to play? I never got paid a salary to play.
Okay.
I was on that board, and then concussions took me out of it. That's a whole.
Oh no! You got injured with concussions, bro?
Multiple, like it
multiple, like Steve Young.
Like, again, yeah, that's a whole other conversation. Happy to talk about that time, bro. That's maybe episode, like 30.
All right, for sure. When we have you back on the show.
But yeah, like.
So I wanted to ask you guys one of the fluffiest questions I could ask you. So you guys have been smoking for a while, right? Like if you had to like think, it's been a while, like enough time for you to probably have cultivated an idea of exactly what you prefer: sativa, indica, or hybrids. King?
I'm a hybrid guy.
For me, I am a sativa guy. I am the type of guy.
Really? Okay, I'm so curious as to why. I'd love to know why.
Absolutely. So for me, I am a guy who I am not good at sleeping. I don't sleep well in general. Like I don't like to sleep. Like I have the occasional nap, and like 15-minute nap gets me good. I'm good to go. And I like to like do shit. So
Okay.
I don't like weed that kind of affects me, that drowses me, like delays me, puts me to sleep. I want to be able to fucking go and do shit and feel like I'm high while I'm doing shit, like, and still feeling kind of energized and buzzed. Because again, I won't lie. Like on the other side of that is I have terrible insomnia issues too. Like I have had to be on medication, especially through rough times when and like need to be put on medication to go to sleep. And I'm talking melatonin doesn't do fuck all. Like everyone that says like it's effect, no chance. It doesn't do anything. Like I've tried it, doesn't do anything. So like I can't smoke weed to fall asleep. I'm smoking weed to like kind of keep me not like basically keep me going and have more fun with the activities I'm doing. Like I like to do things. And I don't like indica that makes me like not do things. I like hybrids, I like all that stuff too, like, but I am more a sativa dominant kind of guy.
Okay. I respect it. I respect it. And Mez?
I'm more of a hybrid. Like I'm kind of in the middle. I'm honestly like I don't love like a huge head high, but I'm also not. I don't want to be like too drowsy. Like I'm in the middle for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I respect both sides of it. Because for a really long time, I only smoked sativa.
I'm gonna get some water real quick.
And I had like this. I don't know. I had like this instance where I ran into some OG that was kind of incredible, and it was completely indica dominant. And you know, it's a hybrid, but it's just so heavy on the indica. It's like 80% indica, and I just kind of fell in love with that flavor, and you know what I mean. So I smoked enough indica now where it's like I always smoke it. So like I can do anything. Like you know, if I really want to go to bed, I can smoke like a quick bowl, and I'm out. But if I want to smoke and game and really get into it, I'm in it. Like I'm focused and I'm calm. And you know, I'm not as easily irritated by the bullshit that we encounter in gaming. I mean, let's keep it real. Like one of the main reasons, you know, people smoke is to relax. Like me personally, it helps me relax. You know, like it helps me really like find that like mode that kind of doesn't compare to anything else, right? Where I'm comfortable in the chaos kind of shit.
Dude, yeah, you always find that like nice comfortable level of whether it's drunk or high or whatever it may be. You find that comfortable level that you're like, yo, I'm close at the moment. Let's go. I totally you know, you find that sweet spot. But yeah, and then that's where it also like the tolerance comes into play. You know what I mean? If you're used to an indica, if you're used to a sativa, you know what I mean? It's just going to take that tolerance, let alone just like a tolerance to weed in general. But I'll even parallel that to like alcohol too. You get the alcohol tolerance the more you drink as well.
That's true.
If you drink beer and drink beer and drink beer and drink beer, great. You got but if you drink some hard alcohol, you might not have that same tolerance. And that's where I kind of like parallel it to like indica, sativa for in terms of different types of high too.
No, I completely agree. So what's your favorite strain in sativas?
Oof. Right now I'm smoking on this nice like spinach.
It's called spinach.
It's literally just called spinach, bro. We got these Canadian
man. See what mine's called.
All my shit is coming from PC and stuff. It's nuggets by spinach.
So that stuff is your favorite, or is it just your favorite for right now?
It's just for right now, you know, like that's a thing. I am not the type of guy for weed, especially to notice a difference. It's
Okay.
like, does it give me high or does it not? And like, don't get me wrong, if it's indica or like a headband sort of feel, like it's like, hey, I'll feel it around my forehead, or I'll feel it around my like whole body, or I'll feel it around like whatever. But honestly, as long as it makes me feel like kind of more body high and a head high, I'm good. Like,
That's fine. Yeah, no, I agree. It's how it affects you is all that matters.
and that's the thing. It's like I feel like it's not as standardized as alcohol yet. For like, yo,
Yeah.
you get Jamesons, it's Jamesons. And it's like it is and it isn't, but it still fluctuates even percentage wise, even in the terpenes, like all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's not as standardized just yet.
You're right. You're right. I mean, things can change from grow to grow. So I mean, there was a grower up here that we really liked, named Gabriel, and we were getting their stuff for like months, and then I don't know where their grows just went wrong, and everything out here is prepackaged, so you don't know until you get home. And it's like, damn, this is really not the same level as it used to be. Like, did they change growers, or like, did they like lose a budget? Like, yeah, is this a bad? No, and no, it's not just a bad harvest, because we've gotten it a couple of times and it's happened, and we're like, wow.
But
So
if it's bad harvest, it'll affect months of supply, right?
true,
Like it'll,
true.
like it's not just that one plant, right? It's like dozens and dozens of plants at that point. So, and that's a hard part. And where it's not like alcohol, where the shit's aging for 10, 20 years already. Like it doesn't have that luxury of being a like a continuous industry, because it's aging stuff for does like at least 1+ year. Weed isn't that luxury. We're harvesting it like in the same sort of cycle and distributing it, as it probably will always have to be too.
Damn. Those are real facts.
It's just weird to think about in that regard, because will it ever get to that standardized level? Who knows?
No, I agree. I mean, out here they police it in the same manner that they do alcohol. It's called the Marijuana and Alcohol Bureau now, or something like that, and it kind of sucks. Everything's prepackaged. It's nothing like it was in LA. But again, that's another story for another podcast. Mez, what's your favorite strain?
Right now, I'm smoking on some high supply. It's called Slurry Crasher.
Is that your favorite right now, or your favorite in general?
This is what I'm smoking right now. Some 29%. It's a hybrid though. But my favorite strain, I would say, has to be. I think I have two. Either like OG, like Diesel Afghan Kush.
Okay.
Or I'd say I've only had it twice, but I loved Mandarin cookies. I don't know if you guys have ever had Mandarin cookies.
No, that sounds delicious. What do you know what it's crossed with?
It's like orangey. I don't know what it's crossed with.
That sounds delicious though.
It tastes so good, bro. I had it out in Colorado, and it was so good.
I've heard such good things about the weed in Colorado. My girlfriend talked about it, and then I was on chat with somebody that lives out there, a buddy of mine. He's actually a senior partner now at his firm, and he was talking about like the bud he was smoking out there was just on another level. He was like, it's probably the same level of California, if not better. I was like, you're telling lies. He was like, no, I'm being honest. So I'm like, that's dope. I'm glad to see it's getting better all over the country. I am. It should be. It shouldn't be super expensive though, but like we have
a 35. Illinois, dude.
Dude, we get taxed 35% in Washington State. It's insane. It's the highest tax state that has legalized marijuana.
You can't get weed for less than $60 here.
For less than 60?
Yeah.
Whoa. Any level?
I mean, you can get like bum weed for like 50, but
bum weed for 50? Jesus Christ.
But Illinois just legalized it 2 years ago, though. So
Oh, okay. So it's still fresh. It's still fresh.
yeah,
So it has time to grow, right?
I honestly prefer bud that's like more like diesely and like like harsh.
You like the skunk.
Yo, I
You like the
love
skunk. Yeah, you
Some
like the
good
skunk. Hey, man,
fucking
we're on the
skunk,
same
bro.
page. You and I, we can all blow together, but I'm saying, like, you and I, though, we have that nice,
yeah.
real good back and forth.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. What is your favorite means of smoking? Is it the bong?
Ooh.
Is it the pipe? Is it the roll up? Is it the vape? Or is it the dabs?
That's all you if you want to go first, my man.
Oh, for real? Okay.
For convenience
Yeah,
sake, like throughout college and like whatnot, I always use like a bong. Right now, I'm just using a pipe in my apartment room. But
Okay.
whenever I get the chance to, and it is my favorite way, some nice ass honey or Russian backwoods.
Honey
creams.
Russian backwoods?
Honey or Russian cream.
Oh, okay.
Backwoods. Oh my
Backwoods.
god. Backwoods are where it's at. So I'm
Really?
filling up like nice like 2.5 in there.
Mm.
Oh, just smack it to the face. Bro. So just like a quick tangent. I mean, my sophomore year, I got into cigs a little bit. Like we'd be at the bars or whatever on the patio, would be drunk or whatever. I just hit a cig, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was always do it socially, like whenever I was out, and never like by myself. But eventually, like I bought a pack of cigs and I started smoking. But I fucking hated smoking a whole cig. You know what I'm saying? And I could only smoke menthol cigs. I couldn't smoke regular cigs.
Oh wow.
So what I would do is I started doing half weed, half tobacco, right?
Oh, okay.
Here we call them chongs.
Oh, you call them chongs there?
Spliffs.
Okay, we call them spliffs. That's funny.
So I started doing that, but then eventually, bro, I started fucking wanting the tobacco so much that I would just do straight tobacco out the bong, just straight tea, bro. Oh my god!
Whoa.
Have you guys ever done that?
No, I have never done that.
Get some tobacco and try it.
That's a
That's heavy.
It's the biggest head rush that you've ever had in your entire life, bro.
Oh man.
You like can't stand for like 30 seconds dead ass.
Oh yeah, like it feels like your like head is spinning. Like if you have the drunk spins, it's like that times 10. It's like holy fuck, you just get like put on your.
But I used to do that all day, so that's why I like the backwoods. I like a little bit of nick in my when I'm smoking.
I got you. I use palms when I actually roll up. They're king palms. They're like leaves. It's like leaf paper. But typically I just use a vape. I have a Vapor Bros vape. So that's what I use.
So for me, like I love the convenience of a vape. It was unreal for that, but like I didn't like my cough after the vape. Like I felt like it was sticky, bro. Like it was like every time I coughed out, I was just like, hey, like there's black specks in my cough and shit, like more than I like. So I was like, yo. So for me personally, I'm a bong guy because it's like, again, the accountant in me is like, yo, the weed is fucking cheap and I get high as fuck if I do it this way. So that's literally the only reason I do the bong, and also it doesn't smell as much like it like on my person sort of thing. Like I find I smell less or get called out for smelling less as a person who can't smell.
Yeah. Oh right.
Like trying to like not smell up the room or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess a bong would be pretty clean. You don't really blow it on you. You can just, it's only like really on your like mouth, and you could like, have some mouthwash and chew some gum and chapstick.
100%. Exactly. Yeah.
King, if we ever meet, we're smoking a fatty backwoods, bro. I'm gonna put 3.5 in that bitch, bro.
Let's go. 3.5, you're talking grams. That's my language. Let's get it. Yeah, give me that 3.5.
So
no, again, I love J's. Like, I would love to smoke a J. It's just not economic enough for me, and like the smell is way too much for like my convenience level.
That's what I was about to ask you, King. You said it's expensive. So what, like for 3.5? Do you guys sell it like that, like 3.5 and 7? And...
Yeah, 3.5. So an eighth would be like no chance I'm paying more than 40 Canadian, and like I could get it under 33 from a store.
Oh wow,
Canadian. So
that's
US,
pretty good.
yeah, that's about 28 US. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, weed is man. So damn, I can't bring that back from the border though. Damn. But we can smoke real fat if I come up there. If they open up the borders, dude, we're smoking fat.
Dude, you could bring it into my country, like for sure. You can bring up to 28 grams into Canada right now, and I know that for a fact.
What? Oh,
yeah,
right. Yeah, we're smoking fat.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, I'll be down to Seattle. If I wish any of you guys were in LA at the time, it'd be perfect. I have an 8-hour layover there tomorrow, and
oh man, that would be, dude. I know some great shops by LAX. Some great shops.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I am going. Like, I'm paying a cab or like a limo or whatever the fuck is cheaper at that point to go to. Because again, 8 hours, bro.
So wait. I gotta ask you, why are you going to Peru?
Oh fuck! I have a next level love for it. So I'm a big history fanatic. So I love everything kind of history. There is no better place for history than Peru. Not just Machu Picchu alone, but like the undiscovered sites and like the climate alone, bro. You like most countries will only have 2 biomes. They have 4 biomes of weather in terms of you can go seaside and it'll be like.
I challenge you on that.
Honestly, go for it, bro.
There's a country better than Peru.
Where's that?
India, bro.
No,
India.
No, 3 biomes. They only have 3 biomes. They have highlands, they've got wetlands, and they have I can't remember the other.
You should look it up and see if he's right, Mez.
I know this shit, bro. Like, again,
look at my man's face. He's so for real.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, Peru, you can literally go from the Amazon fucking rainforest where it's like 40 degrees to like highlands mountains where it's jungle and like 3,000 meters above sea level. So like, what's that? I'm trying to convert it. That's like 10,000 feet above sea level in feet. And then like you can go like desert. They have a desert like oasis too that's beautiful, and then they've got like seaside level, which is just like seaside, so it's kind of coastal region. It's next level. So, and again, like the history side that really caught me into it, that was so fucked up, was they have got these kilometer long drawings of like monkeys, hummingbirds, just like geometric structures and stuff that you cannot tell what they are from a ground level. But if you take a flight over them, you're like, oh my god, that's a person. Like that, they call one the astronaut. They've got one that's like a spider that is like perfectly like symmetrical spider and like kilometers long. A monkey, like these perfect spirals, and you can only see them by plane, and they're thousands of years old. No one has any idea how the fuck they got there, like who put them together, any of this shit. So it's interesting.
Damn.
And again, like I've heard about this. I'm not that kind of like conspiracy theorist. Like I'm not that kind of person. It's just like, yo, we were smarter than we think we are. You know what I mean? Like I think we're smarter. That's what drew me to Peru, and that's why I'm going back. This is the second time I'm going there. So
are you going alone?
I'm going. Yeah, I'm traveling by myself, but I'm meeting with some locals, and one of them is actually a streamer too. So she is meeting there too. Do you remember Michelle Cod?
Yeah.
So she's from Peru,
shit! So that's what's up.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, so she helped me out get like a local price on Machu Picchu tickets and hooked me up, got me the ticket, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm already there otherwise. So yeah, I'm meeting up with her, and it's gonna be a blast.
Dude, well, I hope you have a wonderful time. That's insane.
Yeah, no, I can't wait.
So my last question for you guys: what is your favorite activity while high?
Oh, it's gotta be gaming, but like gaming aside, because like that's too boring. You know what I mean? That's obvious.
That's not boring.
You know what I mean? It's not like
but I feel you. I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
We're all gamers. It's easy to say gaming.
That's true. Yeah. Very true.
I would definitely say like my favorite activity high other than gaming is just probably footy, to be honest. Like soccer.
No way.
It's my sport. Like
nice.
Like juggling in soccer is like keepy uppies with your feet. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, like my record I have set is I've done 1,500 in a row, and it was because I was just high as fuck. Just like, this is dope. Like doing it. Like kept it going for like an hour, 15 minutes. Like just chilling. So. Yeah, like I can't say otherwise, to be honest. Like
that's amazing. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Mez.
I probably have two. One is drinking. I can count on my hands the number of times I went out in college not crossed. So I would say drinking and then playing darts, bro. When I'm high and I'm playing darts, bro. Oh my god, I'm a menace. I'm a taker money, 1,000%.
Oh my god.
Oh, you that shark.
I'm a dart shark in the bars.
Oh my god.
Me and my buddies, we bought a dartboard our junior year. And my buddy was prescribed Adderall. And, like the first day we got it, we each took like and he's prescribed 70 milligram Vyvanse at the time, which is pretty fucking heavy. We each took one, like a full one, and we just played darts for like 6 hours straight, bro. I'll never forget that night. That was sick. We were so locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just dialed it.
So you've practiced darts quite a bit.
Oh yeah. I love darts.
Oh man, what about pool?
I'm not gonna say I'm like terrible. I'm an average player for sure. I would never challenge somebody
for money.
Challenge though, no.
For money, no shot. I feel you. He
darts
said no
all
shot.
day.
Shot in darts, but not in pool.
Darts all day.
You ever ask me to play for money? No, it's never worth it. You know they're gonna give you that first game.
Well, I've had people here at Madison, like you'll always have like in college, like those dudes that'll like come up and be like, "Yo, can we like use your dartboard?" And we'll be like, "You can play me for it," and just fucking start taking their money and shit, you know, easy.
He said easy. Oh my god, that's funny.
Me and my boys have literally gotten like free drinks the whole night just because we won so many games of darts before.
Yeah.
I've gone through free drinks with a very different way, but
oh, I don't think that's stream legal. Well, holy shit, boys. Well, this has been an absolute pleasure. I'm gonna be doing this every week, so it's incredibly insane to have had someone with a major in fucking biochemistry. I don't know how you're doing that. Like, I'm sure the math is fucking ridiculous.
Not that bad.
It's not that bad. And, you know, like, King, dude, you're an accountant for a company that's about to become extremely prominent. Aren't you guys about to become public?
Yeah, we're going public. We announced the RTO, so yeah, it's all official now. So.
Oh my god, man! Well, what a pleasure to have such pristine guests on our first episode. You guys have been fucking amazing. If you guys want to say anything or put anything out there, here's your opportunity.
Don't want to put anything out there, bro. Just fucking have fun, baby. Yeah. Live life.
For sure, man. Well, thank you so much for being on. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful evening, man. For real.
My
Yeah,
pleasure,
peace
Rich.
out.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. That was a fucking W. So that's it for the video, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. We're going to be doing this on a weekly basis, interviewing new people with interesting stories that we want to showcase as much as possible. So hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you come back to the channel. And if you want to catch these podcasts live, make sure to follow my Twitch. The link is going to be in the bio below. We're doing the next one this Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully I'll see you there. Have a wonderful day and see you in the next one. Peace.